What's up guys, ONLYUSEmeBLADE, and I was going to make a video over this COD 4 flawless gameplay. I was going to make a video and I was going to talk about why I think Call of Duty 4 is better than every other Call of Duty, but then I was like, that's kind of negative, and you know, it's the truth. Don't get me wrong, it's the absolute ungodliest truth, and there's no denying that, and if you don't believe that, you're stupid. But I think that there's so many stupid people that they wouldn't be able to handle the truth. You know what I mean? They'd be Tom Cruises. They don't realize that this is the best Call of Duty game. This is the only game playable after its first year run. So, I'm just fucking with you guys. But no, obviously, like, that's the thing. Like, with opinions, like, an opinion as strong as that, as I have, that I think Call of Duty 4 is the best one, the most playable one after all these years. You guys don't really want to hear that, because it's like anybody that plays COD 4, they'd be like, no shit. And then anybody that doesn't play COD 4 or didn't play it during its heyday or hasn't done like a prestige of it or something, they're not just going to get it. And me explaining it to them is not going to explain it well enough. And everyone has their own opinions. I mean, some people think that Modern Warfare 2 is a good game. That's not what I want to talk about, though, because I think that would get people mad or get people pissed off or fanboyish about their games. I don't care. Personal opinion, COD 4 is the best. All the others, there's some good qualities, but they're not. So what do we talk about? Well, I kind of wanted to discuss Sean Hutchinson, better known as Hutch. Hutch is your daddy, whatever you want to call him. Hutch just did a video on Respawn where they went to Whore Alley, kind of like an old stomping ground thing. And he was talking about how he's no longer going to be working for Respawn. And not only is he not working for Respawn, based off of what I gathered from the video, I don't want to sound like this is fact or whatever, just what I gathered from the video, that he's not going to be doing the YouTube thing anymore. And which is interesting because, like, very, very few people actually quit YouTube. I don't know, they just... It's weird. It's like, I don't think they really quit. They just kind of just fizzle away and they just stop doing it, and further uploads in between. But to actually go, you know what? He didn't really give a specific reason why he was leaving Respawn. He said that he did not get fired, but you could tell that he was just like, it is time to go. It is time for me to no longer do this. This as far as YouTube. And a lot of people think that YouTube is life. I think this YouTube thing's pretty fucking cool, but it is not my life. It is a chapter in my life. And I hope that when I decide that this isn't fun anymore, that I could be adult about it and know, you know, like, it's kind of like leaving a job. You don't want to get fired from your job. You'd rather give your notice and then prepare everything and then just stop, you know what I mean? And to not look back and say, man, I wish I would have done this, I wish I would have done that, I wish I didn't do this. But to actually go, you know what, I did it my way. And the cool thing about Hutch is that he did it his way. Like, he basically he took the approach that I also took, which is just to be yourself and not to put on like a fake persona and not to force videos and not to look at it as a paycheck. And when I talk about the whole paycheck thing, I think that Hutch thought he was blessed for being able to be paid for video games, and so that the mere fact that he was earning money from it was good enough for him. He didn't need to, you know what I mean? Like, imagine there's a bowl on a counter that has a bunch of change in it, and it says, hey, if you want a soda from the machine, you can grab a couple quarters out the bowl. I think Hutch would grab a couple quarters, and I think that a lot of people in this YouTube scene would fill their pockets with quarters. Does that make sense? I mean, Hutch kind of introduced the whole idea of making money from video games, but it was more like being compensated for a lot of hard work that goes into it, not, hey, let's see how we can manipulate this so that I can get as much fiscal money as possible. And so him leaving to me is like last of a dying breed of YouTubers that are just themselves and honestly do it because they love it. So Hutch, thank you for giving me a dual comp shout out back in the day, and thank you for being you, bro. Only use me blade, COD 4 flawless. Peace and grace.